Hello guys, this is Paritosh and welcome to another video in AWS rated R tutorial. First of all, I really want to apologize that it took little more time than expected to upload my new video because as we all know that this is the new year beginning, and to be honest, I was enjoying vacation with my mom, dad and few of my old friends. First of all, a very happy new year to everyone, and I really want you all get everything you wish for, and you all have a lots of smile because you all guys are really great. Let's come back to our topic because we just have a limited time. In the last video we saw how we can create EC2 server in Linux. So in this video I thought to show you the concept of volume with a Windows server. In this way you can understand how to create a Windows server also, and as a Windows server we have a graphics interface, so it will be easy to understand the concept of volume. And in the next video when we will check same thing on the Linux server with the command line, it will be easy for you all to understand, as the basic concept is same in both the case. Let's guys get our hands dirty into it, and please open your AWS management console page, and in compute option please click on EC2. So it will open the EC2 management console page. Once you are inside the EC2 management console page, please click on instance in the left hand side, and we will now try to create a Windows instance. Click on launch instance, and guys please click on free tier only. This will avoid any charges even by mistake, and scroll it down this page to get the option Microsoft Windows Server 2016 base. So we will select this AMI, Windows AMI. Click on select. It will redirect us to the instance type page. Here we select the T2 micro, which is already select as a free tier, and this will redirect us to the configure instance page. We will keep all the option as default, and we will click on add storage. So guys, in add storage we can see that the root volume has now 30 GB size. If you have remembered last video when we created Linux instance, the default size was it was 10 GB, but now for the Windows server the default size is 30 GB. And it also says here a free tier eligibility, it's free tier eligible customer can get up to 30 GB of EBS general purpose SSD or magnetic storage. So we keep the default size as 30. And in volume type we can see that we have we can select general purpose, provisioned apps or magnetic. We cannot select HDD because HDD we cannot use it as a root volume. But if we will click on add new volume, as this volume is not a root volume, we can select even HDD here. But for this video we will just take our root volume, and we will click on add tags. Let us add our tag. So in this key value, so here we will type name as a key, and in value we type let's say win1, our Windows Server 1. So this name will be given to instance and volume both, but for this time let us create another tag for our volume. So we will give name, and we will give the name of our volume as this is root, so we will give root. And we will uncheck the instance option, and we will check the volume, so that this name will be assigned to our volume. And then we click on next to configure our security group. So in this page we can assign a security group so that we can enable any port that we want. So as this is a Windows server that we are going to create, we will open RDP port, which is a 3389 port. So RDP means remote desktop protocol. So with this port we can access or take remote to our Windows server. So either we can choose the existing security group, which is the default security group, or we can create a new security group. So for this video, let us try to create a new security group. So this is the new security group, which is called Launch Wizard 1, and in which the RDP port 3389 is open. So we click on review and launch, and then we click on launch. Here we have to select the key pair, so we can either create a new key pair, or we can choose the existing key pair. So guys, in the last video we have created my key pair, but while in offline I have created a new key pair. So for this video I will select my new key pair. You can select your my key pair, or you can also create a new key pair. So we click on I acknowledge and then click on launch instance. So it will create a Windows instance, Windows server on our AWS. We will click on view instance, and it will redirect us to the instance page, where we can see that Win1 is the name that we provided to our instance, and it's in availability zone US West 2B. It's running and the status check is initializing. So while status check is initializing, we go and check our volume, which is one of the options in Elastic Block Store in the left hand side, and we click on volume. So here we can check this is the root volume which is attached to our instance, and the name that we provided is root. It has 30 GB of size. The volume type is GP2, which means general purpose, and if we go forward, we can check availability zone is US West 2B, and the state is in used. If any volume which is not attached to any instance, the state is available, but as this volume is attached to our instance, so the state is in use, and this is the instance ID that this volume is attached with. And here we can check all the details of our volume. We have a status check option, and in monitoring we can even create an alarm, and in tag option we can add or edit our tags. So let's go to our instance. So now we can check that our status check is completed. So let's go and try to connect this instance. So we just click on Windows 1 and then we click on connect, and here we have to download this remote desktop file. We click on download remote desktop file. It will download our file, and then we have to click on get password to have our password. And here we have to choose the key that we have used, which is keypair.pem for me. So guys, in the last video we used .ppk file as we want to connect to a Linux server from our Windows PC, but now as I created the Windows server machine and want to connect to it from my Windows computer, so I don't need to change my key pair from PEM to .ppk. We can directly use our .pem key as it is and can connect to it. So here we convert our .pem key pair into a kind of password. Okay, so we just choose our file. So go on guys and choose your key pair. So I choose my key pair, and then we click on decrypt password. So this is the password that is generated by our key pair. So we copy this file, this password. And guys, username for the Windows server is always administrator, so it is by default. Username is administrator, and the password that we have just generated from our key pair. So we copy this password and we click on close, and then the file that we have downloaded, the remote desktop file, we just have to open that file. So we go on the path and then open this file, and it will ask us to connect. We click on connect. Now we have to give the password. See, the administrator username administrator is already there by default. We have to give the password, so we paste the password that we have copied earlier and then click on OK, and it will connect to our desktop. It it's asking for a certificate, so we click on yes, and very soon we will connect to our Windows machine. So guys, this is our Windows machine, and we are now inside our Windows server. So we can see we have start icon and all the other icon as we normally see in our Windows computer. So if we will go to our C drive, so guys, this C drive is our root volume, as if you remember our root volume was 30 GB, so this is 29.9 GB, and this is the root volume. So right now with this Windows server only one volume is attached, so it is showing only C drive. Now we will go and attach a new volume to our this Windows server. So we minimize it and we go to our console, and we go to our volume option, which we can find it in elastic block storage. So we click on volume, and here we click on create a new volume. So guys, we can give any of the volume type that we want and create a new volume, but let me show you one thing. If we select the magnetic, the IOPS is not applicable. IOPS means input output. So if we will select general purpose SSD, you can check that it's 300 by 3000, and it can burst up to 3000 IOPS, and the maximum IOPS can be 10,000. Okay, so I am selecting the magnetic volume, and in availability zone we have to select any availability zone. So guys, this we must understand that we can attach any volume to the instance that is in the same availability zone. That means volume and instance must be in the same availability zone, then only we can attach that volume to the concerned instance. So we need to find out in which availability zone our instance is right now. So we will go and check. So we go to our instance portal, instance page, and we will check the availability zone of our concerned instance. So it's in US West 2B, so we have to create the volume in the same availability zone, US West 2B, so that we can attach this volume to our instance. Okay, so in snapshot ID we will not choose any snapshot. So in tags, okay, we can encrypt also this volume, but for this video we will not encrypt it. In tags we will add tag key name, and the value we type as say volume 1. Okay, and then we click on create volume. So we have created our volume, and if we scroll it down, we can check we have our root volume and the volume 1 which we have just created. So if we will select volume 1 and we go forward, we can check that this volume is in US West 2B availability zone and the state is available. So this volume is still not attached with any instance, so the state is available, and this volume is attached to our instance, so it is in a state in use. So we will go and attach our volume to our instance. We will click on action, and here we will select attach volume, and in instance field we will just click on it, and in drop down it will show all the instance that we have, and we will select our instance Windows 1, and it will show the device XVDF, and then we click on attach. So we are now attaching our volume 1 to our instance. Okay, so it seems it's now done. Volume 1 is now attached with our instance. Let us check. Yes, it is done. If we will click on our instance, here it is. Okay, so if we will go to our server, Windows server, and again if we will try to check the volume. Okay guys, so here you can check that it's still showing C drive, which is 30 GB, and we have just attached a new volume to this Windows server, but it is not showing anything. Even if we will try to refresh this page, nothing is coming up. So why it is happening? Because we have just attached a volume, but we have not yet formatted it with the file system. So there are file system that we need to use to format our volume, and the file system for Windows Server is called NTFS, and the file system for Linux we can use XFS or extension 3, extension 4, extension 2, etc. that we will check in our next video. But for this we have to format our volume with the file system NTFS, which is for Windows Server. Okay guys, so it's already been more than 15 minutes I think, so the rest of the part we will continue on the next video, and till then please take care of yourself, and please guys like and subscribe. Love you all, and thanks for watching this video. Thank you.